Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's 11 o'clock, and it's time for
It's Bearded Barry. There'll be fun, there'll be games, there'll be craft and a beard. We'll be learning about Jesus. All on Bearded Barry's Church TV.
We're back, and I've got a theme tune. It's amazing. So chuffed with my theme tune. In a little while, we will meet the creator of the theme tune. But that was fantastic. I was very lucky to get a theme tune. So good morning, guys. It's great to have you here. Good morning, Tony. Tony's watching. Probably with the kids as well, unless he's hiding in the office after a morning of homeschooling. If you're watching, please say hello. Let me know who is there, so we can have a chat. Otherwise, it just feels like me just sitting on my own. But it's great to be here. Bbctv is back for lockdown 37 or whatever it is at the moment. But if you're watching at school, hello. This is a nice little break for the teachers at the moment. If you're watching at home, hello. It's great to be back. We will still be doing Ignite after school club on a Wednesday at 3:30, but we will be doing BBC TV in the morning on Tuesdays and also Thursdays as well. Morning, Debbie. All the Fosters are watching. Fantastic. Great to have you guys here. It's going to be a little bit different to the old BBC TV because we kind of copied a few bits for Ignite. So what have we got coming up today? I'm going to have a game with our guest in a bit. We've got some pictures. We've got some pictures you've sent in because we like to show pictures. We like to see your pictures. We've got a new game which is going to be fun. That our guest is going to play with us. We're going to have the Jesus fact of the day. We've got a few different interesting facts, hopefully for you. Maybe some that you haven't heard before, so that'd be good. And we've got a craft coming up as well. Now the craft is going to be a little bit different with this BBC TV. Gone are the 72 paper and card animals. We've run out of animals, can't do any more animals. We're going to do something a bit different. And we're not going to start and finish in a day either. We're going to start this craft today and we're going to keep on working on it on Thursday. And we'll probably end up finishing it next week. But for today's craft, you're going to need, hopefully you've got one. If you haven't got it today, you can watch and you can get some bits and you can do it maybe tomorrow or maybe just leave it till over the weekend. But what I'm going to be using is a balloon, some PVA glue. I've got an old paintbrush. Going to need a bit of water. I'm going to need probably going to need a bit of string or thread, some scissors, and if you've got an old newspaper or an old magazine, I've got an old little catalogue here, which will be perfect. So that'll be for the craft later on. But it'll be great if you want to join along. And what we're going to do is this time, instead of making a really quick craft, it's going to take a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll end up with something really cool that you can have on your desk or hanging up or somewhere. So we're going to try for some really cool crafts at the moment. Okay. Shall we meet our guest today? Our guest it's James. Good morning, James.
Good morning.
Now, James, as we can see behind you, you've got a whole load of guitars there. And yes. James, you wrote my theme tune.
Yes, I did. Although listening to it now, it makes me think of lots of things I'd want to change about it. But overall,
well, maybe we can have a new one for lockdown 72.
I think this was lockdown 72.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what day it is.
Turn 80.
But thank you very much for my theme tune. It was a big surprise. You just texted me saying that you were bored and you're going to do me a theme tune. That was great fun.
I thought any top quality program needs a theme tune.
Absolutely, and maybe one day this will be top quality and deserving of the theme tune.
No, it's always been top quality.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have Freddie. Freddie's not with us anymore because because of the school learning how it's all sort of changed. He's actually upstairs on his online school learning, so he can't join us. And George is also doing some homework as well, so he can't join us. So it's just me and you. And I have to a big thank you, because you are actually in the middle of your online learning, aren't you? You are a teacher.
This is my lunch break. I've just done a nice lesson on trigonometry. Everyone's favourite. Everyone's favourite.
Triangles.
Yes.
Drawing. I quite liked trigonometry, not because I understood it, but because I used to be able to draw with set squares and pencils.
Yeah, see, it's got something for everyone.
It's something for everyone. Absolutely. If you like reading, you like algebra. It's got letters.
Exactly. Letters. Maths has everything. Drawing, shapes, numbers, letters.
But you're actually a secondary school maths teacher, and I can't believe it's 11 o'clock and you're on your lunch break. You have an early lunch.
No, the school have a very weird definition of lunch, but we have lunch from 11 o'clock to 11:35.
Wow. See, Freddie's lunch at St George's is at 1:15.
See, that's a bit late, but that's
a bit late. Yeah,
more normal.
Yeah, at 12:30 would be nice.
Yeah, the problem is it's now trained me so that it gets, when I'm not at school, it gets to around 11 o'clock and suddenly I'm hungry, and I'm like, no, it's 11 o'clock. This isn't lunchtime.
But I suppose the benefit of being at home is that if you get hungry, you can just go and raid the fridge.
Yes, which is a good and bad thing, because
that is also a bad thing. Yes, doing Bbctv from the kitchen with the fridge just there is not great. But you do end up drinking lots of coffee.
I've got some sparkling orange beverage.
Oh, nice, posh.
Yeah, well,
in the Bailey household.
It was cheap in Tesco's, and I like orangeade, so I'm a child.
Right. James, I thought me and you would have a game. We normally do build a house on Ignite and the old Bbctv, but I thought I'd change it up a little bit and see if we could try another game with our guest. So we're going to go with noughts and crosses. And being a maths teacher, I thought you'd like a grid.
Love a grid.
Love a grid. So I'm gonna allow you to go first, I think, as you're the guest.
Very kind.
Would you like to be noughts or crosses?
I would be noughts, please.
Okay. Where would you like your first nought?
I'd like to go 1C.
1C. I would have said C1.
See, you would, but with coordinates, it's along the corridor, up the stairs.
Well, it is. You're very true. Being a scout leader, I should know that. That's very true. But I still would have gone C1. I'm going to go. That's a good one to start. I might go the obvious of B2.
That is the obvious. I'm gonna go a bit out there and go A3.
A3. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So I am gonna go C3.
Ooh. And I've won. This is glorious. A1.
Oh. Oh man, I fell into your trap. I fell into your trap. So yeah, so I guess you're going to go A2.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay. Well, it's 1-0 to the challengers. Hopefully, I'm going to beat you a little bit later on our other game that I've got, which has a little bit of a jingle as well, but not as good as yours because there's no worse and I've made it up. We're going to show some pictures now, James.
Oh.
So over the weekend, we had our messy church, and you were there because you were doing our worship songs. Thank you very much for that.
Awesome.
And we had we had a great messy church, and some of the crafts on there were really cool. And Adrian did some activities where there's a little bit of science involved, I reckon. He had some Skittles on a plate, and he put the Skittles around in a circle, poured a bit of water in the middle, not a lot, just a bit of water, and he got that. That was really cool. That's how it sort of started. And then after a while, it then went to that, which was really good. And the Fosters at home, they had a go. And there's their first one.
Wow.
That looks really, those colours are really strong.
So bright.
Yeah. I wonder if that's because it's a smaller circle or less water. I don't know. Or maybe it's been left for a longer time. I don't know.
It is a smaller circle, isn't it? So yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, but that's fantastic. That's awesome. And then after a bit longer, it then went to that, and it's starting to get a bit murky now. But
brown in that corner there.
It's that. Yeah, that looks like there's a stray M&M has got in there. But that's fantastic. Thank you to Fosters for that. Really good. Adrian also did this activity where he had bowls of water, a bit of water in every other bowl, and then he had a little bit of food colouring in those bowls. Put some paper towel in. And the food colouring kind of went up the paper towels into the other bowl, and when they mixed, they changed colour again, which was awesome.
Is that? Oh, I don't. I'm trying to remember my GCSE biology here. Is that kind of like how plants suck up water from roots?
Am I right in capillary action?
Oh, yes. That rings
a bell. Wow, I don't know where that come from, but kids, if you're at school, school's good. Capillary action, I remembered that from my science and biology. And then Adrian had his finished off thing. Look at that, he's got his rainbow there. He's got his rainbow sweets and the animals, because we were doing Noah's Ark, which was awesome. We also had all the animals. We also had Joe made an ark for everyone to follow, and the door was open, and you could drag that piece of paper, and the animals would go into the ark, which was really cool. 2 by 2. Although the rhinos look as though they're going the other way, they don't look very happy with the decision.
They're quite big, so they had to reverse in.
It might have been, or they saw their accommodation and they went, "We're coming back when you're finished." But that was awesome. And then Nikki and Lara did a porthole you'd have in the side of the ark, and in the porthole you would write things that you were looking forward to once all of this is over. So she had see my friends, go to school, go on holiday, go camping in the summer, get a pet, hug my family, and can't wait for Matthew's party, which was on Sunday on Zoom. So that was fantastic there from Lara. And if anyone really likes the look of those activities and you didn't see Messy Church on Saturday, you can actually find it back on our YouTube and our Facebook channels. Just scroll down and you'll find Messy Church, and you can watch it again, and you can learn how to do those crafts, and you can sing along to the great song that we found out, Rise and Shine, which had lots of arky arky and barky barky.
Kangaroosies, bruisies.
Kangaroosy Roosies. It was a good song. It was a good song. We liked it. Okay, James.
Yes.
It's coming up to our new game. So are you ready for this?
I am. I'm excited.
Okay, so everyone at home, you can play this because we're going to be playing. That's right. We're going to be playing Where in the World is Bearded Barry? This is a game that we thought of the other day, but basically, last year was pretty rubbish for holidays, wasn't it? I mean, we didn't really go on a holiday. We managed to get a bit of a camping trip, but we didn't do anything. It was actually, do you know what? It was a great camping trip, but it wasn't. We didn't go abroad. We didn't go on ferries. And not that we go abroad that often at all, but holidays weren't great last year. So we thought, why don't we bring holidays into BBC TV? So I'm going to show some pictures, James, and I want you to tell me where you think I am. Okay, so I would actually generally like to go to this place. It does. I would like to go to this place. So here's my first picture, James. There you go.
Oh.
Now, if you're watching at home, you can also join in. You can send your comments in to say where you think I might be. It's not like Where's Wally? Don't actually look for me. I'm not actually in the picture. But where do you think this picture? I wouldn't have said this is where it is. I think those boats are confusing.
Yeah, because they made me. That style of boat made me question where I originally thought.
Mm. Let me give you a clue. Their national sport is baseball.
Is it Tokyo?
Now that's where I would have gone. But no, it's not Tokyo. It did look like a Tokyo skyline. You're right.
Yeah, and the baseball, I'm pretty sure Japan
are big on baseball. They are. Okay, picture number 2. Again, this. I would have said something else.
This is the same place.
This is the same place. Yeah. We're just on one visit today.
Okay.
Might I say that is an awesome sculpture statue of Jesus. That is.
Yeah.
I really like that, and I've never seen it before. That one.
No, it's because now it's trying to think of the places which would have a statue of Jesus.
Yeah,
because there are. Because I was thinking of Asia, that kind of.
Yeah, I'll give you another clue. Okay, the currency of this place is the American dollar, and I love this. If you're a boxing fan, the currency is also the Balboa.
The Balboa.
Like Rocky Balboa. Yeah. American dollar and Balboa.
It's not. So it's got a lot of water.
Yes.
So
yes.
So it's got a picture of Jesus. They're willing to have a statue of Jesus.
Yes.
And the currency is the Balboa.
I'll give you another clue.
It's not like. Okay, go on.
Well, that they are willing to have a statue of Jesus, probably because 92% of the population are Christians.
Okay.
92%.
It's not like Panama or something like.
Oh.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Well,
Well
they've got a lot of water,
yes.
and it's not a
well,
Muslim country, which
uh, yeah, you got it. Yeah, Panama. I've got some more pictures. There is
oh wow,
that is awesome. Very musical place, colourful place as well. That looks fantastic. And where
are you in that picture?
that was what I thought would help you.
The canal, yeah.
So the Panama Canal is amazing. It is actually 51 miles long, and it's across the whole of the country, and it connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. It's man-made. They built it so that it would take less time for the boats to travel. Obviously, around the whole of Panama, they could just go straight through. Incredible. And I think there's 2 lanes, but I think they may have in 2017 built a 3rd lane or something. I don't know, but it's crazy, and it's so narrow that but there's not much room either side for these boats to go through. So that was the Panama Canal. Their national dish is a chicken stew called sancocho, which looked really good. It was like a chicken sort of soup.
Chicken stew.
That was awesome. Population is 4,314,767 roughly, and the number of Christians is 3,057,000. So 92% of the population are Christian, which I thought was really interesting. One of the highest countries of Christians there, and they're also famous for something else. Do you know what Panama's also famous for? Not just the canal. There's something else they're famous for that I would really like. I'm quite fond of these. It's a hat. They're very famous for the Panama hat. And there's some lovely ladies wearing Panama hats and making them as well. They're all handmade. Now, the interesting thing about the Panama hat is that despite the name, it's not made in Panama. It's never been made in Panama.
But those ladies were making them.
Yeah, but those ladies aren't in Panama.
What?
So it's made in Ecuador, which is just kind of next door. But they started being called the Panama hats in the 1850s when the Ecuadorian hat makers took their craft to the busy center of Panama, where they were able to sell a lot more hats than they could actually sell in their country of Ecuador. So the trade routes with the boats and everything in the canal was so much more busier over in Panama. So they sold more hats. So because they were selling them in there, it just got to be known as the Panama hat. Also, interesting thing, a Panama hat, you can roll it up. You can roll it up into like a little tube. So it's great for packing into the suitcase, and then you unroll it and it's perfect condition. There you go. There you go. So that is.
I learned something today.
Yeah. That's Where in the World Today, and we were in Panama, and we'll do that each day, and we'll see how many Christians there are and any other facts there. But that is the Where in the World Today is Panama, and you got it. That was very good. Now we've got a fact. We've now got the Jesus fact of the day, and I'm just looking for where that is. I'm conscious. What time have you got to go, James?
Just after past.
Just after past. Oh, okay.
Or before, if you want to get rid of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the fact, and then I'm going to go on to the craft. I'll let you go before the craft, because I doubt you've got your craft materials with you.
Outrageous.
So here we go. There we go. It's
Excellent.
The Jesus fact of the day. And my interesting fact here that some people will know, some people won't know, is that Christ is a title. It's not actually the last name of Jesus. And Jesus didn't have a last name like we do now in the 21st century. Christ is not his last name, but a title that means the anointed one. And Christ is actually the Greek translation of the Hebrew word Messiah. So we quite often say Jesus Christ, don't we? But it's not actually his second name. He doesn't have a second name like we have second names. Christ is a title. So there we go. That is the fact of the day. And Thursday we'll have another one.
That was an excellent fact. I enjoyed that.
It was an excellent one. And if you've got any interesting facts or anything you want to share, if you've got any knowledge about Panama you want to share, just let us know. That'd be fantastic. So James, thank you very much for joining us. It's been
thank you very much for letting me
have you. Have a great rest of the day in whatever you're doing in your lessons.
Area of circles. It's very exciting.
Area of circles. Yeah. Awesome. Pi.
But yes, pi.
Yeah, there we go. 3.14.
1592 653 5897 932 38462 643 327 950 288. I lose track after that point.
Now, you and your sister used to have competitions to see who could remember the most digits of that, didn't you? Who used to win? I think it was Sarah, wasn't it?
No. Last year, a pupil at the school managed to do 50 decimal places, and I thought I can't be having that, so I learnt it up to 60, but I've forgotten about 15 in the last year. So
that's a shame.
60 was my peak.
That's a shame.
Because I'm cool.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, James. Have a great day, and I will thank you again for my theme tune.
No problem.
I will see you later. Take care.
Bye.
Brilliant to have James with us. That was great. Right. I think we're going to get on and do our craft now. Now, where shall we start? Let's start with making up the PVA glue. So for this, you're going to need to pour the PVA glue into a cup or a beaker or a jar, something like that. I've got a little jar. This was I had an empty spice jar, but you can use whatever you've got. And you just want to pour some PVA glue into that jar or cup or whatever you've got. Oh, it's a bit stringy. There we go. So got a little bit of glue there, and then you want to get a bit of water and you just want to water it down a little bit because you don't want it too thick. So there's the water in there, and then you can get your paintbrush and just mix that up. There you go. You want it, I might want a little bit more water in that one. There we go, just add a little bit more water. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to put that to the side. Now you want to get your balloon, and you want to blow your balloon up, not too much. I'm going to do it that much. And then once you've done that, you want to tie your balloon. Okay, there you go. You might need to get an adult to help you tie the balloons. They can be tricky tying balloons, but there you go. That is how big my balloon is. There you go. They're to the size of my head. Probably about the size of my head, that balloon. Okay, so there you go. There's your balloon. And then what you want to do then Let's get yourself a bit of string. Cut the string. Tie a little knot on that string so that you can then tie that around the end of your balloon. And then once you've done that, you can then tie that, and then you've got your string. Now you want the string isn't going to stay there all the time, but what you want the string for is so you can hang this up at the end of doing a bit of craft today, because you're going to want this balloon to dry. Okay, so the string is very useful to hang it up. What you could also possibly do is, if you've got another cup, you could put the balloon in the cup like that to dry. So whatever works for you, string or a cup, will be great. Then we're going to get some of our newspaper or magazine. As I say, I've got an old catalogue. This is last year's. This is last year's catalogue. Okay, so we're going to take a few pages from here. Just rip them off there, and then you just want to cut some squares or oblongs. Really doesn't really make much difference. You could just rip this if you wanted to, but you might find it easier to do strips with scissors. So we're going to spend some time doing these and try and make something really nice at the end. What we're going to do with these squares is going to have a go at doing some papier mâché. Now, you may have done that at home, you may not. You may have done it at school, you may not. But paper mâché is such an amazing thing. It can be a little bit messy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can do so many different things with paper mâché. It's brilliant. So what you want to do now is that you've got your paper all cut up into squares. You want to get your glue, and you want to maybe have a sheet of something underneath you. If you're doing this at the table, I've got an old cutting mat, but you might want to put some newspaper or something underneath in case you spill some of the glue, which might happen. And then you just want to paint some glue on top, and then stick a piece of paper. And once you've got the paper on there, you then want to paint the glue over the top of the paper as well. And when you do that, what that does is that just helps seal it around the edges and gets it nice and wet, because you want it wet so it will stick really nicely. Then we just stick another one there, and we just keep on going. So just comment along. How's everyone doing? Write your comments down if you've got any questions. Maybe you've got some jokes or something you want to send. That'd be good to hear. Because we do the jokes on Bbctv. We do the jokes on Ignite. But if you want to send me a joke, that'll be great to hear. I'd love to hear that. So I'm just continuing to keep on soaking all of this and just keep on overlapping your pieces of paper. So let's say you can use any paper really. Newspaper is probably the best because it's thinner and it kind of soaks up a bit better. So if you've got newspaper, that'll probably work a bit better than magazines. But magazines are still really good. If that's all you've got, if all you've got is magazines, then use your magazines because they are good. If anybody's got any ideas of things they'd like to see on BBC TV as well, please let me know. You can comment on here, or you can send it right here to barry@holysaviour.church. Send it to my email. Get your parents or your carers to send me an email, or your teachers. If you've got any pictures of things you've been doing as well, send them to me. Love to see them. Now, when you cover all of this with the paper, you want to then do another layer. And that might sound a bit boring, but trust me, you need another layer because the more layers, the stronger it will be, and you need it to be strong. Remember, this is only going to be one layer of magazine paper. If I just leave it like this, I need this to be a lot stronger than that. So you want maybe 3 layers would be good. And you could even mix it up: a layer of paper, a layer of magazine paper, maybe a layer of kitchen towel. Kitchen towel is quite good as well. So how's your Tuesday been going? My Tuesday was all right until I started to set this up and realized my camera wasn't working properly. And so I had a big panic of trying to unload my camera, reinstall my camera, which was a bit scary. Because I thought, well, what are we going to do if we haven't got a camera to do BBC TV? It'd end up being like a podcast or something, which wouldn't have been as fun. So we're just going to continue painting all of this. And what I'll do is, so on Thursday, all of this will be covered, and hopefully you will have the same, and we can work on the next bit. For Thursday, you're gonna need some paints for Thursday. Some paints, maybe some pens you might want to use as well. So for Thursday, come along with your finished balloon covered in paper mache and some paints. Now I'm going to finish there for today, but something else you might want to do is, you don't want to do the paper mache all the way to the bottom. You want to kind of stop. So what you can do to stop is get another cup and then get yourself a pen and put the balloon in the cup or a jar or something, and then just draw around. Draw around there. There you go. So I've drawn around there. And then my paper mache is only going to go down to that line. I'm not going to go any further than that line. Okay, so now you've got that. You can either stand your balloon in a cup, or you can hang it to dry like that. I think I might sit. I might actually stand mine in the cup. There we go. I'll stand it there in the cup, and then hopefully it won't fall. So there's your task. There's a little bit of homework. You can finish that for Thursday, and we'll come back to that, and we'll see how we're getting on, and we'll move on to the next part of our awesome lockdown BBC TV creation. Okay. Well, we've come to the end of BBC TV this today. It's been great to have you here. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've had fun. It's a little bit different to last time, but we're going to just try different things, see what works, see what doesn't. But I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Certainly enjoyed seeing James and having a play with the Where in the World game. That was good fun. So all that's left for me to do now is finish with a prayer. So we're just going to have a bit of time of quiet as we say a prayer. If you remember when we did BBC TV, we had a prayer at the end, and we're going to do the same. We're going to do the same this time as well. Just change it a little bit. Obviously, there's been some changes in the world, which has been fantastic with the vaccines about and stuff like that, which is really great news and a really massive answer to prayer. So we're just going to have a moment of quiet and say a prayer. God of love and hope, you made the world and you care for all creation. In this new lockdown, the world continues to feel strange. The news is full of stories about coronavirus. Some people are worried that they might get ill. Others are anxious for their family and friends. So be with them and help them to find peace. We thank you for the vaccines that are being given out. We pray for the doctors and nurses and the scientists and those working to deliver the vaccines. We pray for teachers and everyone in key worker roles who take risks so that the world can carry on. And we thank you that even in these anxious times, you are with us. So help us to put our trust in you and to keep us safe. And everybody said, Amen. Well, thank you, guys. It's been great to have you here. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be here at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon for Ignite After School Club. We'll continue with more of that. We have your jokes and pictures and all stuff like that on there, so that'll be great fun. And then we will be back here at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning for BBC TV. So have a great rest of the day. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.